Hi there, it's LDake again with Kale Realty, your Illinois licensed broker. And today I wanted to tell you about all the things that make Westtown beautiful and unique and wonderful and special and all that kind of stuff. Now, you know, I'm a native here from Chicago. My family goes back several generations, so there's a lot of things that I take for granted, but when I look through it through the lens of someone who's visiting here, I just realized how good we got it, and I just wanted to share that with you. So the first thing I should point out is Westtown is one of those neighborhoods that has several neighborhoods in it, kind of like how Irving Park and Lakeview are. So they all have their different vibe, their different flavor, right? Some of the neighborhoods you may have heard of before, like Bucktown, Wicker Park, Noble Square, Yuki Village, Ukrainian Village, Ecker Park, stuff like that. Now, they're all a little bit different, little special, and you'll notice it just through the architecture alone. And kind of like how Irving Park is, it kind of tells the story of Chicago being built up. It's an older neighborhood, so the architecture, a lot of it is older too. You'll even see like workhouses from like the 1800s that are still there, right? Not to mention the beautiful gray stones. Oh, who doesn't love a gray stone? Now, the location is really good too because it's an older neighborhood, so it's closer to downtown just by default, right? And so if you're driving, the expressway will get you right there real quick. You can even see portions of the skyline even without being on a rooftop or anything. That's how close you are. If you are relying on public transportation or biking or walking or rolling or however you get around, you're in good hands. Public transportation, plenty of it. I believe there's 2 different metro trains that hit the neighborhood, not to mention several Blue Line stops. You've got, let's see, the Western, the Damon, the Division, and the Chicago Blue Line stops. As far as bus lines, of course, you got Milwaukee slicing through it. You got Grand cutting through it too. Then you also have, let's see, Western, Damon, Ashland, for sure. Up on top, you've got Armitage, North Avenue, Division, Chicago. It's laid out on the grid, as you can tell, with my east and west and north and south. So you shouldn't have a hard time getting around from A to B and finding where you need to go. Some of the best architecture you're going to find, I would say, is in Wicker Park and Ukrainian Village. Not only are you inundated with gray stones, right? You've got Victorians, you've got simple but meaningful, the workhouses and things. And then, of course, you do have the modern mid-rises and condos that have popped up within the last 20 years or so, too. Now, of course, when you're talking about Westtown, there's some amazing green space, too. Pulaski Park, oh my God, if the architecture doesn't get you alone, it's just wonderful that you have a public pool with a wonderful sprinkler pool too. And then, of course, you've got your green space. But also, Holstein Park in Bucktown, super, super nice. And just north of that, which is almost mistaken as part of it, is a senior memorial park, and it's got like all these tables and stuff that are built in that, and I think that that's just really pretty. Lots of shade anywhere you go in Westtown. Lots of tree-lined streets, lots of shade, so it helps cool things down in the city when it gets hot, especially now that it's summertime. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the food and the nightlife. Anything you want to eat, pretty much, you're gonna find it in Westtown. But also, yeah, there's a lot of nightlife too. One of the things that I really like, especially in the Bucktown area, is you'll see small businesses actually on the residential blocks. So you'll actually see, like, you know, the corner bar. You'll actually see like a dry cleaning and coffee shop, like on a residential street. One of my favorite restaurants is Club Lucky. That's, you know, in a residential area. And that's how it used to be when I grew up. It's little things like that that I just like, and I'm sure you'll like it too. And remember, I always have time for you and your referrals.